Pretty tight getting out of the woods. We still have a little bit left to do. We made it out to the field. Time to haul some manure. Hopefully this thing works. Time to haul some manure. This is our first time using this. First time in the field. Muddy mess in the woods, but at least we made it back here. Let's hope everything works. We got fertilizer to spread. Hopefully we can get those back here. They're going to be about, I think, 6 tons or 6,000 pounds, 3 tons. So it's going to be quite a bit of weight. Let's see how this works. Seems to be working pretty good. Well, we're slowly working our way through. It is a muddy mess. We got about 6,000 pounds, 6,400 pounds of fertilizer on, plus the weight of the cart. Oh. That didn't sound good. I think it's this jack bottomed out on a stump. Well, we're gonna keep moving. Well, we made it through the woods. Putting down fertilizer. Not really much to see on camera though. I'm not gonna pick it up much on video, but I had a lot of, I thought awful wide. I tapered it in. I thought we were gonna be way under applying and have a lot of skips, but by the time we actually got this field finished here, it was just one extra pass crossed here, 1.5 really, burned up the last of the fertilizer. So I don't think that's too bad. Just shy of $2,200 we put on this 19 acres that's going to grass. And then if you can see back behind me, the excavator back there, working on the crossover, just wrapping up some final grading. We've had that installed since a week and a half ago. So we're gonna go do that next 21 and a half acres of alfalfa. And I don't even want to know what the bill is for that one, because it's gonna be a little bit more than this. I'll get you a total of everything. We just got seed in today too, so stuff's getting expensive. Well, they're a lot cleaner coming to the field than they are leaving it. We'll have to clean that off before we go on the road. So we're just out here putting down fertilizer, and it just kind of dawned on me everything that's been going on, you know, how far we've made it. This is year number 4 for us making hay. We just bought this farm, and I'm just really excited for how much we have going for us this year. It's just gonna be really cool being able to make hay on our own ground, make our own decisions, putting down fertilizer. I know a lot of guys that make hay on don't fertilize. Their yields are kind of poor because of that. And right or wrong, I'm not trying to say they're doing it wrong. You know, they're coming out all right. They're making pretty decent returns on their investment, and nothing wrong with that. But I'm really excited to see how far we can push the yield on this field, just how nice hay we can put up. We have full control on what we're doing here, rather than just like a custom work or buying standing hay, where it's kind of, you're stuck with whatever's in front of you. And it's really cool, you know, because we're dealing with rental barns, and the property I live at's 1.5 acres. It gets pretty tight. All our wagons are sitting outside, and they're going to sit outside here too until we get a barn put up, granted. But now we got room to put them, and I don't have to mow around the wagons, and it frees up my house property. You know, the kids can run around and play, and not have all the equipment quite in the way. You know, most of our stuff's inside except for like wagons, and the rake will probably get stuck outside all year. But we try to shove as much as we can in the barn in the winter time, where you can't really walk around nothing. The few barns that we're using, but when it comes to summertime, you know, just the important things will get parked in the barn. It ain't worth jamming stuff in there. But just really excited. It's just so huge. But yeah, we're out here. We're putting down fertilizer. It's a day we've been looking forward to for quite some time since we bought the farm. I don't even remember when the auction was, but I know we closed on April 17th. Today's like May 11th or 12th. So about a month since we've owned the farm. Shortly after owning it, I was out here. I had to walk, you know, probably a half mile just to even get to the field I'm in now, you know, because we had to park on the road and walk through the woods all the way back here just because we didn't have a lane, and the lane's still just muddier than hell. And we're just rip-roaring through it. Thank God for front wheel assist. I don't know if we're gonna get anything planted tomorrow, but man, we're at least back here. I didn't have to walk back here tonight. I was able to drive back here. We're doing something in the fields. All in all, really exciting. I don't even know if we're doing it right, but I think we're coming out pretty close. The other field, I think we came out just about perfect. I don't know if I'm gonna come up short. I know we have enough fertilizer, it's just I didn't know if I'm getting too close on my passes and overlapping too much or not, but I guess we'll find out when we get to the end. Well, I think we're done for the day. I don't believe it's worth the hassle to try to keep hauling. It started sprinkling here. Probably ain't gonna be fit to work ground tomorrow, but we can cross it with the spreader. Otherwise, I'll maybe try to get a few more loads in and try to push and get something done. No sense in pushing through just to sit on our hands tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is probably just park the tractor for the night, and maybe we'll haul some stone tomorrow, maybe we won't. We'll definitely try to get the rest of this manure hauled out. We've got a big pile back at home, and we'll just see, take it day by day. We still have to finish calibrating the population on the drill. We got it pretty close, but we still have to pick up the disc yet, so we don't even have what we're gonna use to work the ground. So yeah, not really happy about it, but at the end of the day, you know, we weren't quite ready. If it wasn't for the rain, we'd probably be behind. This kind of gives us the timing to do what we need to do. So we got about 4 loads of manure hauled out. I don't know how much you can see back behind me. We're heading back into the woods to take it back up, and we have to scrape tires every time we want to take the spreader home. Try not to just make a mess of the road and get a bad name, you know. Do what we can to do the right thing, even though we ought to probably not even be taking it down the road with how much mud we're tracking up. You can just see how much of a mess it is out here. I don't know what to do. We're just trying to get something done. I'm just kind of ready to get this seed in the ground and get started making hay and have this whole thing just filled in with gravel, but that just takes time, and I don't know how soon that's going to happen. We're going to try to get after it tomorrow, hauling gravel. Hopefully we can get a good chunk of the way through here, but I know it's going to take us weeks probably, the rate we're going to get this. We got 3 loads here today. I'm guessing that's about 18 ton of stone. I don't even know how much it's going to take to get through this whole woods, but it wouldn't surprise me if it takes us
several weeks to get through it, assuming we can keep using that trailer we're borrowing. But yeah, manure hauling is going pretty well. I'm worried some of these ruts are going to be difficult to navigate around when we try to get back here with tractor with duals. It works well with this, with narrow stuff, but we get pretty close to some trees. It's fine when it's just the spreader. Oh geez, that's a big rut there. But it's just fine with just the spreader. But you get something wider than this tractor, and you know how it is when you get into some of these ruts, they just take you where they want to go. There's really no steering it out of them, but yeah, just wish us luck. Hopefully in the next few days we can put some seed in the ground. They're calling for more rain, just keeps pushing us back. Maybe it's for the best, gives us time to get other things in order, but it can be frustrating. We'll leave you on that note, and hopefully we'll just keep getting some videos and updating y'all on how things are going. It's gonna be more fun when we actually get into making hay. We kind of know what we're doing, you know. Here we're just trying to get through it and figure things out as we go along.